What is going on, you guys? It's Nacho with a brand new video, and in today's video we are going to continue the series of modding the Yamaha R9. Now before we hop into the install, I have some explaining to do. I have not posted in over 2 weeks and I can explain. I have a couple reasons to explain that, and the first one being was I was on a trip with my boys at a track school. I was brought out by Insta360 so that I can show the Insta360 cameras on the track, and while I'm there showcasing the cameras, I was able to ride an S1K on the track with some professors to show me exactly how it's done. That trip was one of the best trips I had in a really long time, so huge shout out to Insta360 for bringing me out. And that video will be coming very soon, so just keep an eye out on that video. But sadly, when we got back from the trip, the same exact day, one of my boys, Dex, which you guys seen on my channel, he has the blue Yamaha R9, sadly went down on his way home from the gym. It's extremely unfortunate, but all that matters is that he's okay. All that he suffered was a broken left arm, I believe, and I believe the right wrist was fractured. Sad to say, the R9 is completely cooked. I'll probably put up a picture on the screen or a video of the bike. I'll probably make a video touching up on that incident later in the future, because I've been seeing on my feed a lot of R9s been going down. So stay tuned for that, but I do want to clarify the incident with Dex. He was nowhere in the wrong. The car pulled out right in front of him. But as of right now, he's pretty much all good, and that's why I had to take a little bit of time off. And then right after that incident happened, I had a trip to Cancun, which I went out there for about a week or so, and on the last day, of course, I don't know if you guys could tell by my voice, I got sick. So that's an extra couple of days that I had to take off, and I'm still kind of sick, but I don't want to keep lagging on you guys. So please ignore my voice in today's video. I might be coughing just a little bit, but all that you guys need to know is that I am completely back. I don't have any upcoming trips aside from content related things. I have a couple of things coming in for the R9 because the build is not complete, such as the one that I have on my table over here. I haven't mentioned yet, but you guys probably already know what it is by the title of the video. We are going to be installing wings on the Yamaha R9. There's a reason why the R6 rear looks far much better than the R9 rear, and that is mainly because of the wings. But these wings here, which are from Racelab Moto, are going to make the R9 rear look far more complete. The front end is pretty much complete. After all the modifications with the higher windscreen, the block off turn signals, we got the levers, of course, along with the quick throttle tube and the stabilizer. So safe to say that the front end is pretty much complete. The only thing that I'm kind of iffy on are the winglets right here. Now, I have seen some prototypes of people playing around with winglets on the R9, and they look pretty sick. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if later down the line, I change out the winglets on this bike. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into today's install. Let's go ahead and unbox this package. All right, guys, so I got both of the wings here with me. As you can see on the other side, it is being held up by 3M. Now, something I would recommend doing, especially if you're putting any of the 3M parts on your bike, it is going to be to get some 3M tape primer. What this essentially does is that you place this on the area that you're going to be putting the 3M on. After you apply it correctly, it'll basically make the bond strength a lot stronger, which will lower the risk of it possibly ever coming off. Now, I also purchased some extra 3M tape in case I need it, but I don't think I need it in this case. I think this is just enough, and it covers the area of contact that goes on the bike. So I'm gonna go ahead and get straight to the install. Just keep in mind, if you're gonna be installing this wing onto your R9, you're gonna want to clean the area of contact that the 3M is going to go on. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean both parts of the bike. I'm gonna clean this entire section up here and this bottom section right here. Now, another thing I want to mention, if you plan on getting this tape primer just like how I did, make sure you shake this very well. And if you want the strongest possible bond, you should be waiting 3 full days after the install process. So no riding for 3 days. Now, I was doing some research on this primer, and it mentioned that if you wait about 20 minutes, you have about 50% strength. If you wait about 24 hours after the install, you have about 90% strength. And if you wait the full 72 hours, you will have 100% strength, which is what's recommended. So I'm gonna go ahead and install it, wait the full 72 hours. So I'll pick up the camera in 3 days. And then from there, we will see how the bike looks. I honestly wanna hear you guys' opinion in the comments down below. I have no idea what to expect. I've seen a couple photos and they look really good. So I'm hoping that's how it turns out on this bike. And if you guys wanna pick up these wings for your very own R9, make sure you guys use code Nacho at checkout for a percentage off your order. Once again, these are from Racelab Moto, and I'll be sure to link it in the description down below. Now, without further ado, let's go and get to the install. All right, guys, so after applying the primer, you should put a timer for roughly about 5 minutes. After this timer comes up, you're pretty much good to put the wing on, so I'm gonna wait for that timer to run down. For the meantime, I'm pretty much just gonna pull back the 3M. All right, there we go. All right, so that was pretty straightforward. Just make sure you guys put down a lot of pressure on the areas. Now, once again, you could wait the hour and take the bike out, but I am honestly gonna play it extremely safe and wait about 3 full days. So this is the best angle I can show you guys with the left side being complete and obviously the right side not being done yet. I'm just as curious as you guys to see how the bike looks under the sun. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the other wing, and I'll be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, guys, so both sides are officially on. As you guys can see, I cannot wait to take this out into the daytime. After the 3 days are up, I'm gonna be recording some Insta360 videos on the rear. I'll pick up the camera when the 3 days pass by and I'm able to ride this out on the road, and I'll give you guys a full walk around. So I'll catch you on a bit. All right, y'all, so we got the beauty out on the street, and I've been thinking a little bit. We essentially just gave this bike a BBL. My favorite part about the wings are looking at it from the front end. It looks so good. I don't know if you guys can see it too well on camera, but it just makes the bike look so much more mean, just like the R6. And another reason why I wanted to bring it out on the street was to show you guys the actual paint match on this thing is insane. So obviously this is the OEM paint, and you guys can see the little sparkles. I'm not sure if it picks it up too well on camera, but over here we have the exact same thing going on. They did a really good job with the paint match, and honestly I'm pretty impressed, especially with the edges. The edges here are extremely smooth, and I can tell they really took their time on this thing. I'm honestly a huge fan of it, and the primer set in really well. If you try to lift this thing up, it is not going anywhere, so I highly recommend doing that step with the primer. And of course, if you have time, because you do have to wait, I recommend at least 3 full days. That way the bond fully sets in. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and take the bike out on the street and set up the Insta360 camera. That way we can see exactly how the wings look while on the road. You guys already know, make sure you guys use code Nacho for your Insta360 orders. For a limited time, if you buy an Insta360 camera with code Nacho, you will get yourself a completely free Insta360 mic air. This is exactly what I use to capture audio clips, and I promise you it will not disappoint. It's completely magnetic, so you can put it anywhere on your bike. But without further ado, let's go ahead and give this thing a quick cold start. Another thing I want to mention, I know 3 days ago when I picked up the camera, I was pretty fucking sick. I'm not gonna lie, I still got the sniffles, and I probably shouldn't be riding on a bike right now, but I can't keep missing uploads for you guys. What the fuck? Yo, what is going on here, bro? So this cold start right here is dedicated for you guys. I feel like the more I break in this SE project, the louder and meaner it gets, bro. I swear. I'm super excited to check out the clips afterwards because I already know the wings are gonna make it look so much better. But let's go ahead and hit the road. Oh god damn. Just one thing to look out for the people that already have the R9 is you're probably not used to this space right here. You're probably used to swinging your leg over and not even thinking about hitting this part of the bike. But with this wing, it does bring a little more height, so be careful when swinging your leg over. I was about to hit that shit. We're gonna warm up the bike a little bit, and it looks like we're gonna need some gas right after this. Oh, fuck yeah. It is a little windy out, so I apologize if you guys hear any wind noise. We're at 2 ticks right now, so we definitely need to get some gas. Bro, these gas prices are getting insane. $5.69 for gas. Holy shit. Finally at a gas pump after like a year waiting, so let's go ahead and fill up. Definitely not gonna forget this at the gas station again. Yo, this fucking shit having a seizure. Let me know what you guys think about these wings in the comments down below. Do you guys think it's worth it? In my opinion, I love the way it looks, and it honestly really transformed the way the bike looks in the rear. Alright, so right now I'm gonna find a place to pull over so I can take some photos and videos to show you guys a little closer look into the design that goes into the wings. I'll catch you on a bit. Alright guys, so I pulled over at an empty parking lot accompanied with Edwin's R9. But anyways, we got both the bikes here. Left side is the trash one with no wings. Right side is the one with wings. I'll be sure to put a video on the screen to show you guys the exact comparison between the two with and without. Once again, my favorite part about the wings is looking at it from the front end. The front end makes it look so much more aggressive. I honestly don't think I'll be able to go back to OEM after seeing this video. I don't know why the OEM just looks naked. It looks like it was meant to have these wings, so I don't know why they didn't include this, just like the R6. But another reason why we're here is so that I can show you guys the exhaust difference between the Race Fit full titanium exhaust compared to the SC Project full titanium exhaust system. Something to note, both of these bikes are flashed by Two Wheel Dynaworks. They both have DNA Stage 2. And of course, they have full system exhaust. While we're on the topic of comparing both the bikes, I want to show you guys the difference between the OEM windscreen to an aftermarket windscreen. This aftermarket one is from Puig, and I want to show you guys how much higher it is in comparison to the OEM one. You guys can see for yourself how much better the Puig windscreen is, especially with this design. As I mentioned before, one of my favorite parts about this windscreen. Just look at the OEM one. Notice the EJ, I know he's going to change it out sometime, but this OEM one is disgusting. Same thing with these little toothpicks on the edges. I personally remove them because I don't like the look of it.
it, but at the same time, if you can, have them on because safety always comes first. Another option you can do if you plan on getting these block offs is have bar end mirrors, which is honestly a great alternative. Just keep in mind, whenever you're lane splitting, just be considerate because those will make your bike a little wider. You don't want to hit a car when you're doing that. Another OEM part that I want to compare to my bike is this gas cap. Now the OEM gas cap, of course, you have to take the key out, put it in here, unlock it to get some gas, where my aftermarket one from Bonamici, there is no lock and it's a quick release. Now the only thing with this is you're probably better off with the key because I left this at the gas station not too long ago and it was not a fun experience. But on the bright side, oh god damn, it smells like gas. On the bright side, it does look far much better, far much more clean. It just complements the bike so much better. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hear the exhaust comparison between the two bikes. We're gonna do a startup and then wait about 5 seconds to let it settle in. We're gonna hold it at 5,000 RPM, couple blips, and then a red line. Let me know in the comments down below which one you guys prefer. I'm also going to insert the clip of my phone audio so that you guys could get a better audio clip because I don't know how the Ace Pro audio is. But without further ado, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions, follow my socials, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.